Yeah.
Would you guys like to hear some ASMR?
No,
Yeah.
not from you.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
Was that a yeah?
That was a hard no.
Nobody said that. Yeah.
Okay, ASMR, rattling around in the kitchen.
Can somebody quickly ping me Tom's address so I can go and burn his house down?
You want better? I'll go burn it down for you.
Thanks, man. Just invoice
Live
me
stream
later,
it.
yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm just gonna rattle around in the kitchen.
Okay. While Tom's rattling around in the kitchen, who can remember what you got up to last time?
You
We
killed my
fought a
dog, you
dragon.
motherfucker.
We did
Oh,
indeed fought a dragon.
and I did
We actually
indeed.
fought a number of dragons, but the one that we were actually there to fight, the big boy, fucking ran away like a little bitch.
Yeah, I tried taming the dragon.
Brave Turgon died.
Absolute coward.
I know.
Yeah,
Poor little Turgon.
but I couldn't let you guys kill a dragon.
Or tame a dragon, either. You know.
Why not?
Oh, just in case I want you to fight a dragon later.
Yep.
You could have been a different dragon.
There's not that many dragons.
Fair
But-
enough.
There'll be less
It
ones
may
we've
or may
done
not
with
come
them.
back. We will see. And I did promise you guys some special items that I haven't done.
Did you?
So yeah, because you're in a nice dwarven horde.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is there anything shiny in the dwarven horde? And Richard said, yes, it'll be there next session, and it's not.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't there for last session, so it disappeared again.
We were,
Yeah.
he wasn't.
But what you did stumble across is a dwarven armory full of dwarven stuff. And everyone can have one off the following: sword, shield, axe, armor, or bow. And then, once I know what people want, I make.
If I
Can I
say
get-
axe, is it a one-handed axe?
Yep, it can be.
Then a one-handed sword, please.
Cool.
As long as it's one I can use dex with, because that's me.
Can I also get an axe?
No, I wanted a sword, not an axe.
I know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be a dick.
It's like when people go to the drive-thru and they go, "Do you speak Spanish?" And they go, "See, yeah, okay. Can I get a Big Mac, please?" Yeah. Axe, please.
Yes. Anyone want anything else?
Can I have some armor?
Yes.
Nice heavy armor.
I think I might want a bow, but I don't want to give up Dependable John. I need to assess.
Small spoiler, these are going to be pretty good.
Okay, then can I have Dependable John the second?
I'm going to write one bow because I will forget what Dependable John is.
Unreliable Larry.
Anything for Jerry and
Jerry's a bit useless in combat, so yeah.
Something to make him less squishy.
Oh no, he doesn't really get hit that much. I should
Was
probably
it
say that.
right? Today, Jerry died.
Jerry's actually never been hit.
Whatever.
we can
No,
change
Jerry's been hit once or twice, but like rarely.
Mm.
He's never been
I-
down.
I don't know how I feel about that. Given that I let a character die.
Jerry, well,
Worse than that, I've had a dog die.
Jerry's
that's far
Jerry's
worse.
job is to hide in the back line and wait for one of you guys to get hurt and then heal them.
Again,
And where were you when the Turgon
where were you
fell?
when the character died?
You jumped off. You swan dived off a
Yeah.
cliff.
Yeah, I know.
What
Hey,
was
Turgon
Jerry
didn't.
supposed to do?
Patch him.
If
Yeah.
all of the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again, what do
Where
you
was the
think
where was
Jerry
the fucking
was
feather
gonna
fall,
do?
bro?
Where was the king's foil?
Where was the feather fall? Oh wait.
Jerry could have thrown a bag of rosemary at him.
Yeah, that's as good as magic gets for us in this game, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, someone's sword glows when spiders are nearby.
Yeah.
Which, you know, that's...
Oh, my sword does inexplicable damage to people nearby.
Yeah, if there's like cool utility things or that of that kind of stuff, then that would probably be the thing that Jerry would be probably most drawn towards.
I will see if I can find a Healy thing. I'm just going to write Healy thing. And I'll see what we can figure out.
To be honest,
Mind.
there's probably
So-
a lot of 5e magic items you could reskin for this game that would work just fine.
Yeah.
As long as you picked and choose which ones you didn't do any like crazy ones that gave you spells or anything, you'd be fine.
Yeah, and anything for Tom.
Heavy armor.
Two
I need-
heavy
I've got scrub armor. Heavy armor.
Their shields are broad, their armor is thick.
That's what Legolas says, not Gimli.
Gimli just says that only counts as one. It's his only line in the entire film.
I fucking knew it.
Okay, those will appear next time. Which, for what I have planned, shouldn't matter because there shouldn't be combat as far as I have planned.
I don't believe you.
2-hour dog funeral.
Did.
You can absolutely have a dog funeral.
Thank you. Do I have to give a eulogy for the dog?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Is that now or?
Gathered here today.
We are gathered here today to say goodbye to Turgon. Turgon was a good dog, and now the grey curtain rolling back and turn to silver glass, and I'm trying to remember the Gandalf quote. And you can go to a far green country under a swift sunrise. Doesn't sound so bad.
Woo.
That's all I got.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was expecting a reference to the Aragog funeral. The body will decay.
No, we're in the Lord of the Rings universe. I can't cross universes.
Yeah.
Is that like
Wish
cosmic
I-
streams?
Yeah, is it? Wish I could, but it's bad. Yeah.
There are also a number of funerals in the Lord of the Rings. Things.
Yeah, but if I suggest we push the dog off a waterfall, you guys are gonna get annoyed at me.
Well, I was thinking more you'd burn yourself to death.
Or that. Yeah, those are the two options. Yes.
I was really hoping for a rendition of Eowyn's song.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
not quite. Sorry to
But
that's a
disappoint.
That's a weird song too, isn't it?
Mm.
I don't think I've got the lungs for it.
Yeah. But you can have a little bit of inspiration for
Oh, thank you.
most of a Gandalf quote.
I think a pretty good attempt at a Gandalf quote.
Yeah, off the cuff. Not bad.
Off the old dome.
Yeah. But I think also at the end of last session I said Gandalf, Elladan and Ella here took you to Madras.
Some elves turn up.
They did, but they did not take you to Rivendell.
Bastard.
They didn't. No.
No. Because-
that is quite a long way away.
Yes, and they were going to take you to Rivendell and ask you to basically come straight back to where you are.
Yeah.
That's like a waste of time.
I know. So instead, you're still at Gundabad.
Now, does that mean Gandalf was canonically present for my dog funeral, and technically he stole the quote from me now?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Coughing or laughing again.
So Dom, when are you suing Gandalf?
Mate, I'm already drafting the paperwork.
So he's underestimated who he's dealt with there, hasn't he? This is a big image. Zoom right out.
Yeah, it wasn't until I had to zoom out on the recording camera that I was like, oh, this is
We get it down.
chunky.
It's not particularly high res. It's just big.
But
I like it. I like a chunky image.
that's good because the map that I have prepared for you is interesting. But while
That sounded
You
like
are.
a tent zip.
I assume that was a baby and not just
Sounds
one
like
of
a tent
you.
zip.
Or a tent zip, yeah.
Tent zip.
Yeah, Sam, please stop unzipping
No,
your son.
really.
It's definitely not a tent zip in person. Trust me. Right, I'm gonna go on mute and deal with this.
Mhm.
I'll keep my headset on so I swear the hills on.
Yep. So while you are sat in the camp, Gandalf and the elves reveal that they were sort of here to deal with the dragon. They've got a big thing about dragons not joining the enemy. But seeing as you've chased the dragon away, Gandalf thinks that he might have a job for you.
Hmm.
And it's a nice job. A job that not just anyone could do.
What is the job?
He asks what you know about the Barrow Downs near the Shire.
Ooh.
Good place for finding a dagger.
Would any of us know anything about them? I'm assuming
Sure.
Jerry
Right.
or
Jerry
Jasper.
probably knows a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, I think Jerry or Jasper would be most likely, right?
Yeah, if you could roll history
Law?
or tradition
Or law.
or law, whichever feels reasonable.
I am better at law.
Same.
Oh,
wait,
you
game.
are good at law. Just let me zoom in on this bit of the PDF.
I'm not good at any of them. I'm not a very.
Jasper's actually lived over the road from them and never noticed.
Yeah, it's just lots of hills, isn't it?
Oh, those are barrows. Oh.
Yeah. So what you know is that in the first ages of men, when the men of the West came to Middle Earth,
No, nothing.
the funeral tradition was bury them in a big hill. And over the years, they have built more and more of these, but the first stage ones are easy to spot because they're all purposefully built. And later people who just adopted the tradition just put down barrows willy-nilly. And they're not quite as big, they're not quite as impressive.
They're not big, they're not clever.
But, you know, of late, there are rumours of there always being a fog upon the land and evil spirits trying to draw you away from the road.
Oh.
Good.
Let's go and get him.
So, cheery place.
So, Gandalf offers to answer any questions you may have about what he actually wants you to do.
Yeah, what do we need to do at the Barrow
Yeah,
Downs?
that'd be. Let's start.
Spring cleaning.
Yeah.
Find some daggers.
Well, interesting you should ask. The first thing he wants you to do is not go to the Barrow Downs directly, but he thinks something north of the Barrow Downs might be influencing the spirits that dwell within and around the Barrow Downs.
Ooh. Shit, son.
So he would like you to seek a tower in Angmar that he will mark on your map
Angmar.
that I will show you in a minute.
I remember something about a ruler of Angmar of some description. Is he some kind of...
Well, but he does tell you that the person you're thinking of, King of the
Should be dead.
Nazgul, is, as far as he is aware, not in residence. He then also asks how you know of the Nazgul. Have you seen them before?
Yes, we did, didn't we?
Yeah. Did run into some goths beforehand.
Was the whole thing.
But he thinks there may be other sorcerers possibly residing in and around Angmar that might be sending bad vibes to the south.
Uh-oh. Wow.
So we're walking all the way to the Shire, so we can move a pot plant to get the feng shui of the area better.
Well, he said he didn't want us to go directly there. Does he? He wants us to go to the tower first, right? Or
Yes. So the tower is where he thinks you can learn more about what's happening there. And he will meet you in Rivendell because he has wizard shit to do.
No wizard shit to do. I've got to go read books for 20 years. However long it is.
Yeah. I mean, he's busy trying to figure out where the ring is.
Smoking weed
And
Well-
yeah, he's Radagast is hosting a pretty rad party.
and
Is the party pretty rad, Aghast?
No, it starts off rad and then you leave aghast. Is there any more questions?
What should we be careful of, if anything? Any tips or tricks that we need to know?
Goblins and orcs still happily roaming Angmar. There may be whites and shades, but yes.
can we have a long rest before we go? Just to check.
Yeah, you can have a long rest because
Oh, thank fuck. Okay, good. I
Because
had
these-
very few hit points left. Like they kind of looking at us all battered and bruised and bloody, and he's like, "I have a quest for you."
you look like just the adventurers I was looking for.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he offers you up that he is looking for writings that he believes they could be carved, metalled, or parchment. And he'll spend some time showing you the sort of symbols that he wants you to find. Trying to think if there's anything you could roll to see if you recognize. If anyone has points in Shadow Lore, you could give that a
Ooh.
roll. See how it goes.
Oh, I have points in shadow.
Heyo.
Okay, right. Why would Jerry recognize it?
Is
Yeah,
Shadow
in-
Law separate to? Oh, okay. No, I hadn't scrolled down enough. Ignore me.
Yeah. So both of you recognize it, loyal to a slightly lesser degree than Jerry, who just you both recognize it as dark language, something like Elvish. But you know that it's not widely spoken anymore. And that even the words have power. So you basically know not to try and piece it together and make it into a language that you can say.
Mm. Yeah, no, yeah, bad juju.
Yeah. So I suppose, as is tradition, who will be leading your Whittle expedition?
Well, easy. Our uncontested leader, Sir
Obviously.
Digby.
Absolutely.
Is he back? Is he still out and about in the kitchen?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, unfortunately. Got him.
So I guess to refresh us, because it's been a little while, who wants to take on the other roles if I can find the
I'll
sheet?
be Hunter.
Jerry will look out.
Journey roles.
Yeah, look out.
And I'll be Scout.
I will be a lookout, I guess. Yeah, why not?
That should work.
What die do I have to roll?
It is a D8. I should probably show you the map where you can plot your journey. That would.
Oh
be,
yeah, yeah.
That would be helpful.
I'm getting carried away.
It's all right. It's fine to get carried. It's not a particularly long journey.
Ooh,
Just-
new map.
I know it's fresh and clean. It's got nothing written on it yet. Just as where Gandalf tells you that the place is.
Hmm. Oh no, I need to reload.
I'm just desperately trying to remember what the journey rules are. It's been a minute.
So whereabouts are we at the moment? We are.
Top right. You're at Mount Gundabad.
Oh yes, I see. All right, so we're quite close.
And it's all very friendly, this area. Nothing perilous about this journey.
Now that makes me suspicious.
It should.
Should I plot the journey?
Yeah.
You do.
Well, I think we are gonna go around this way to here.
I don't think there's a more logical route. So yeah, if you could roll a d12, we'll work
What
out
about this?
how.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that.
Always lower better.
One way to find out.
Yeah.
What's your survival modifier?
What is my survival modifier?
The Mival.
What is my survival modifier? 1 second. It is 5.
Okay. Right, let me just find the little table that tells me how that went.
If you hear any clanging, it's because I'm back in the kitchen.
Fucking hell.
I just had
Oh,
0%.
you have all earned yourself a +1 to all skill checks.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sick.
That is a pretty good start.
Plus
Hey,
1
what
to.
team's turn?
Is
Or
that
what the-
temporary?
Learning.
Yeah, it's for the journey events. Once you arrive at the place, I think it will pass.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so you've all had a long rest, so you're all happy. The elves have wished you well. You played riddles during the night, but we won't lose another hour to just playing riddles,
Oh man.
however much I want to. So, as you embark upon the road, it's not a nice place to be, but everything seems to be going pretty well. If the lookouts, so Galmod, Jerry, and Jasper, could make a perception check.
I will try, and I will probably fail. How's that check
Luckily,
going for you,
Jerry's paying
Jasper?
attention.
So again,
How's that check going for you?
I don't know. I'm listening.
I can tell.
Could I get a perception check, please, Jasper?
I'm just looking for perception. There it is.
Okay, so despite Galmod's best efforts,
I studied
you-
the back of my shield very closely, thank you very much.
Fucking hell, Galmod.
yeah, sadly your
That's-
shield's not a window. But as you're moving along, you see that there are orcs and goblins roaming up ahead. There are too many to fight. So you manage to warn the party that there are orcs and you need to hide. So if everyone could make either an athletics or a stealth check to hide themselves.
For fuck's sake.
Question: is it like a foresty kind of terrain that we're in, underground in this mountain, or nearby?
There are small copses of trees, but
Could I
Cloak.
get advantage if so? Even when lightly obscured by her foliage.
I think you would be lightly obscured by foliage.
Woohoo!
So for the most part, apart from Yurik's dogs and
Can
Galmod,
I...
Oh man.
Oh, I was
Yes.
going to say, the I can't use that for this, can I? Cheeky, like, nah, that was definitely a hit. It's not an attack, is it? Fuck, damn it. Alright.
So apart from Galmod and Yorick, because Yorick, your dogs are barking at the orcs, and Galmod's still inspecting the back of his shield, but athletically this time. You notice that they're not immediately coming to you. They seem aware that you're there and have, as far as you're concerned, they know that you're in Angmar, but they don't seem that interested in attacking you, possibly because they think there's only two of you. But they turn to the south and leave you be.
Sick.
Well.
Hurrah.
Well, for now.
This won't come back to bite us at all.
No. No, orcs don't bite.
We're never going to see those orcs again.
What about the legs? They don't need those.
So you make it quite a ways without encountering anything. It's barren. It's not a particularly nice place. It sort of feels like war and oppressive. But as you start making your way through a path in the mountain, you can see in the distance a tower. It's frozen. The outside is almost fully encased in ice, apart from the top floor where it looks like it's melting. But then as soon as it gets to the second floor, it freezes again.
Ooh.
So it's quite a weird shaped tower that I don't have a picture of. But as you see that and you're approaching towards the end of the day, a cloaked man steps out in front of you, asking you to save his family from an orc attack.
Should we save his family?
Yes.
Why is he wearing a cloak?
I would like to say yes.
Oh, all right then.
Oh, all right then.
Cool.
Good then.
So he starts to lead you, and could everyone make an investigation or a survival check?
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear.
Nope.
Fucking hell.
That's not good.
No. You all got a +1 though, so that's, you know,
Oh yeah.
it's not much better.
Go asked.
So as he leads you round a corner, he appears to run, but also it looks like he's getting into the distance too quickly as he's fading. And you hear him just scream, "Too late, too late." And then you all fall asleep, and when you wake up, you find yourself in the ruins of a old hillman village. And it wasn't a particularly good night's sleep, so you were all gaining 1 level of exhaustion, apart from Jasper.
Ah,
Damn it.
Oh fuck. What happens? How much exhaustion before it becomes significant?
Yeah, when does exhaustion go? That's the other thing. Yeah.
I think
I think you lose one If it's the
long
normal
rest.
5e rules, I don't know if Middle Earth has different ones, but yeah, you lose 1 level of exhaustion per long rest.
Okay.
Oh,
Back to 1.
that- yeah.
Yeah, and then I can't remember. I think a level of exhaustion just gives you disadvantage on.
Disadvantage on all
checks.
ability checks, I think. Not attacks though. Or it might just be skills.
Look.
Yeah, I guess let's just figure out
Disadvantage
how-
on ability checks, yeah.
Or it's just ability checks.
Yeah, so you get a disadvantage but a +1, so balanced.
I think I'd rather have advantage and a -1. Down the cards.
I don't think so. This is Gandalf, as it turns out, has not given you a nice little journey to do.
Never trust a wizard.
Up to his tricks.
Yeah. So as you wake up, you find your way back to the path, because it turns out it wasn't very far from the path. You just ran, fell asleep, and now in the daylight, you see that the tower you saw in the distance is still frozen during the day, and all of the land around it is frozen, apart from the tippy top of the tower.
Oh, better climb the tower.
Some fuckery going on here.
Yeah. As you continue up the valley towards the tower, you see that there is no door that you can see. You can see part of the wall looks like it's collapsed. But it's the base of the tower takes up, as far as you can tell, the whole rock that it's sitting on. There isn't a staircase or an easy way to climb up that you can see. You're all welcome to investigate.
You should call the Eagles.
You don't have their number yet.
Damn. Yeah, I'll investigate. Investigation. I've got disadvantage on it, but we'll go. Well, never mind.
Yeah, my investigation's pretty.
Yeah, mine.
Have a little look. See.
Cameron's
Ooh.
improving.
Jasper actually manages to find a treacherous staircase that winds its way up. You can't see it because everything here is frozen.
They're my favourite kind of staircase.
Yep, I don't think they will be. So
Is our journey over now? Use +1.
not yet.
Okay, cool.
It'll be over when we hit the new map.
Alright, fair.
So it is a hard climb. There are slippery steps, frozen. Some of the stuff that's melting off the top of the tower is streaming down the sides, so there's water. So if everyone could make, unless you want to send one person up first, that is up to you how you would like to approach it. You can all go, or one go.
We could send Galmod up.
I think we all go.
Yeah, I was thinking either we all go or maybe Jasper goes first as stealth, but I suspect we probably all want to
I
go.
think
Don't
there
we?
is something
It's
I would
going
like
to be
to
an
give
athletics check to climb the stairs.
I think we should all go so we can help each other then. I say definitely not in a selfish way.
Right. I will give a little friendship bracelet of King's Cup to Jasper that he can use.
Yeah.
That will work for. Let me just roll
King's Cup do.
d4. That will work for 3 days, and essentially, if you roll a natural one, you can re-roll it.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Will it work for 3 days and nights?
Yeah. Well, that where is fuck me.
Does it work for 3
15
days, then 3 nights? Or does it
2
work for 3
hours.
days and nights?
But yeah, essentially you have lucky. Well, the
Nice.
Hobbit lucky thing.
pretty
Nice.
good.
Only one of those I got.
Okay, to pass this, as you're working together and as someone gets up a little bit, ropes and stuff, could everyone just make me 2 athletics checks? Back to back,
Yep.
and we'll just do a party
Oh
total.
dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no,
Ew.
Jerry.
Boy, that disadvantage hurts, doesn't it, Jerry?
I have
Oh,
not got that.
no athletics.
Can someone
I
just
do-
put
Too bad.
put Bet Jerry in their backpack or something?
I do wonder how
Can
the
he
fuck
ride with the dogs?
Oh yeah. The dogs are strapped to my back, and so is Jerry.
Well, I guess I'm using that luck.
Yeah. It's getting use.
Oh,
Just
Oh.
immediately.
Oh damn! I thought it was Jalmon's one. Was your
so did
turn.
I.
Oh
Got him.
dear.
Cool. So as a party, you have made it, and because of that
Really?
friendship bracelet,
Damn.
yeah, you've made it up,
Good
and because of that
practice.
friendship bracelet, no one fell.
Oh, fucking hell!
Pretty
Yeah.
strong.
Jerry.
We
And
did it,
that one
lads.
was a pretty big fall.
Nearly got Brett.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a big enough fall to kill you. It would have just been quite bad. And with that, you have found your way to the collapsed tower, and I will just need to start dragging tokens on. Oh no, where's the page? There they are. Why did I let Yorick have so many dogs?
It's a good question. I keep asking.
Can everyone see?
Yeah.
Oh yes, now I can.
It's
Yeah.
all right, Richard. You've already trimmed me down to only 2
Oh,
dogs.
sorry, I've just started drawing randomly. Sorry about that.
Cool.
That's my
We need, to
bad.
add,
And
we need to add some colour to this room.
I can't delete it.
I am sorry. This map is quite shit because I drew it myself.
Did you really?
you did a good
Yeah,
job.
I used Dungeon Scroll,
Somebody.
Very
but
nice.
I also thought I'd leave it all black and white so you could color it in.
Sure, good.
I appreciate
Already
that.
started.
Literally, yeah. That for reference, that started before you said that.
Yeah, I know. And now that I've actually seen tokens on it, it's way too fucking big. But yeah, you're free to explore the tower. This is a staircase. I know it just looks like a lot of lines. The up arrows are so that I can remember where they go. The ups are always at the top of the staircase if it's going up.
Oh, as in the arrow is the top of the staircase.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and if it's at the bottom pointing in that direction, that's the way that's the upstairs. It makes sense when you see the next level, and I've put them all together so that if we had to do a turn order, we could keep them all on one page.
Nice. That explains why it's such a wide map. Oh, and I'm gonna sneak up these stairs. That's what I'm gonna do. Can I hear anything?
No, it doesn't sound like anyone is home. Yep, and I will just move you over to the next stairs. Yeah, so the second floor looks like it's got some big spiky things in it and pile of treasure. Just here.
Oh, I want to go to spiky things and pile of treasure.
I'm muted. What kind of spiky things are these?
They just look like sort of
Like
cobbled
wooden
together.
spikes?
Like cobbled together.
Oh,
like
okay,
wooden
right, yeah, yeah.
spikes.
Right.
Just before he left, though, Jerry would like to check in these barrels to see if there was anything interesting, but
There's some things that some might consider weed.
oh,
Weeds.
You're the
not,
connoisseur.
yeah.
Let's get
If a wizard
my
has
language.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of King's foil in there. Whatever, like
King's
a handful. King's foil.
Yeah, I love that you've hidden the camera here.
Can Yurik look above the spikes? Are there like holes in the ceiling or anything that looks like maybe trapdoors onto these spikes?
No, it looks like they're just there to stop pesky burglars getting near the spikes. And there is a pretty big looking bed at the other side of the room.
Okay. B5 for fun.
So who wants to walk across the room?
I'll bring Jasper upstairs, assuming that he wants to come as well.
I do want to go upstairs.
I feel like we send our burglar across first.
Yeah,
right? That's-
Jasper, walk across to the other stairs.
That's literally what he's specialist in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jerry is blind right now.
Never forget.
I walk across to the
How
other,
have I done
other
that?
stairs.
What happens if you play with it too much, Ed?
Ed, have you scrolled right?
Oh, yeah, there's
Oh.
more map to the right, sorry.
Yeah, I had
Oh,
that
I
problem too.
zoomed out, but not enough, sorry.
Yeah. What's good is that Dungeon Scroll doesn't have like a way to really level them out, so all of these maps are at slightly different heights, despite being exactly the same dimensions. It's infuriating.
Only for you.
Yeah.
What am I doing then? Am I going over the room?
Yeah, but maybe check for traps and stuff like that because this looks awful burglar murdery.
A very big
Well-
bed.
Let's have a look.
For butchers.
Let's have a look. We'll do a bit of lookering.
Yeah. A little bit of perception. Yeah, with 12, as far as you can tell, there's some spikes and big pile of gold. Black and white gold, though, so it's worth more.
Can I just nonchalantly walk around?
Yeah, if it's nonchalant, roll performance, and then we'll see how nonchalant you are. With a 12, you do a pretty good nonchalant, but everyone knows you're worried, really.
Mm-hmm. And can I do a sick roly poly? Oh, look at these 12s.
Yeah, we're pretty consistent on the 12. Yeah, you can do a rowboat. Nothing happens.
I'm just going to shout to everyone, say, "Come on over. The water's great." Where can I be? Can I be here?
Yeah, you can be anywhere. You have free reign of the room.
I'm going to wait till you get to the other side first.
All right. Can I go and jump on the bed?
Yeah.
What do you want me to roll to jump on the bed?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh
No.
dear.
Oh no.
You don't take any damage, but it smells like orc and troll.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
It makes you chunder.
Oh, nice. Well, let's get off that bed.
Yeah. So that might be who the residents of the room are.
That makes sense.
But
Or it
it would
might be Tom.
appear no one is home.
Could
It
also
might be Tom.
Tom. I can't say what I was going to say because it offends Sarah as well.
So,
You said say it.
so
What, that your bed smells like troll and orc. Out with it.
out with
Yeah.
it.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So based on your best judgments of how high up you are, this feels like the last floor from the outside that you saw where everything's freezing on the outside. Upstairs might be warmer.
So we've got to get past all these spikes to get to the stairs.
Yeah, they're not really inhibiting you in any way. It's just they sort of look like it, and I didn't really think about it when I was putting them down.
Is there a hole above them by any chance?
No,
Nope.
the
that's
ceiling
fair.
looks.
I literally, that's the first thing I did.
I was in and out.
Yeah,
doing
of
that
course.
and baby. So,
Unacceptable.
so just to catch me up, nothing remarkable in this room other than a bed that smells like troll and orc.
Well, a giant
And
pile
a,
of treasure.
and a giant pile of treasure.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm gonna go loot the treasure then.
Yeah,
Fuck
no,
it.
I missed that.
Everybody
I
else is
walked-
being all weird. I'm
Well,
gonna go.
I thought looting was bad, but
Loot.
I'm gonna loot. Oh, I found
it's-
Not-
I found a camera.
You can take a
treasure.
selfie and put it the fuck back.
Got him.
It's not looting if it's from orcs. It's just recovering. Salvaging.
Yeah, pretty much. You can roll D100 to stuff your pockets full of gold.
We're doing quite well in this. Is that 90 gold pieces for me then, or?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Mr. Jerry, you're rich.
I mean, I've seen the price scale for herbs.
Mr. Jerry, we've got enough for at least a week.
Hopefully, look.
Let's get fucking baked.
Get that giant bag of weed that from Harold and Kumar get the munchies.
Digby do some looting as well.
Yeah, anyone can feel free to.
Sure.
Dip their
Jerry's
hands in.
not one. He's not too. Jerry's only got little hands and little pockets.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
Cool. So I guess all that's left is you can go upstairs or leave the tower now you've got your pockets full of gold.
Let's go upstairs. Yeah.
How loaded Jerry is.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I think what we haven't done a huge amount of is spending money. Just
Yeah.
been,
Think about how many pints we could get in the Green Dragon.
Whoa,
I
at
don't
least
think you've
3.
acquired pretty much all of this money in the last 2 sessions.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even remember how much we got in the last session, and I didn't write it down. But This is still a lot.
really pleasing. I've just rolled enough to give myself exactly 100 gold pieces.
Nice. Right, I'll move you all up.
Scroll.
Oh, this seems fine.
Suspicious.
Liminal spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Also, it's really hard to make a big, spooky-looking desk when everything gets blurry if you make it too big. And there was only one book in the free assets.
But
So there's lots of
blurry is
copy.
the spookiest something could be, so, you know.
That is true.
Yeah. So as you come upstairs, it's very different to the rest of the tower. Downstairs is an old, smelly barracks. One up from that is basically a troll hidey hole.
Troll hole.
But then this room, the floor is perfectly smooth. The wall is smooth and it looks like it's got runes and symbols etched on it. Suspiciously looking like the ones that Gandalf was asking about.
Look at
And there are books and an altar against one wall. Altar's the wrong word. A table against the other wall. But this definitely looks like where you were asked to go and make notes and copy down writing so that Gandalf can figure out what it is.
Did anyone remember to bring a pencil?
I didn't bring a pencil.
Gandalf gave you everything you needed.
yeah.
Paper,
Thank God for that.
pencils,
We've got like calligraphy.
yeah,
Yeah,
charcoal to
yeah.
do some rubbings if you need to. There's whatever you can conceive that you might need. Gandalf handed you in a big bag.
Otherwise, we'd have to cut them into Galmod's back.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to take the shadow points, that would be.
Plural. No, if only we had something like a shield or something that might have been a better medium than flesh.
You just turn up back to Gandalf and he just goes, "What the fuck have you done? This isn't what I asked." But so basically, the way I figure that this will work is, everyone can roll up to 5 lore or shadow lore checks. After everyone, you have to do a wisdom saving throw.
No.
How long do we have here?
As long as you need. Every check is going to be about 2 hours.
Oh, right, sweet. So Jerry is smoking this entire time.
Yep.
So that means he can. Let's just double check the rules on the smoking again.
I mean, there's finally an explanation for why the top of the tower's melting if Jerry's just hotboxing the room.
Essentially, I can make a check with my pipe, and on a success, I get advantage on the shadow law.
Oh.
Nice. That's big considering you're all exhausted.
Yes. It's with me pipe. All right. Whoop. Hey-oh.
Oh, that's big.
So I just get the shadow law with a flat. Nice.
Nice.
Do you want me to repeat the procedure for each? It's 5 rolls, isn't it?
Repeat the procedure.
Pipe. It's got a toke.
Yeah. Do you
Go
still have
ahead.
advantage?
Into
Because-
smoking culture.
Well, it says for 1 check.
Oh, I see.
So, but if it's a long thing, could Jerry just be like smoking throughout the entire thing?
Yeah.
He's ascending to another level of consciousness.
Yeah. If you roll a nat 1 on the pipe, he's going to whitey. But apart from that,
I'll take that. Yeah. So the first one, yeah, he was able to roll a
Yep.
flat roll. The second one, he could roll a flat roll because he got more than 15 or more. Again, yep, I get a flat roll. Yeah, 13.
Yep.
Alright. Fourth, yep, flat roll again. Yeah, 14. All right, flat roll again. Yeah, 15.
yeah. And could I now get 5
Oh,
wisdom
damn.
saving throws?
The saving. So the saving throws are not a disadvantage. Those are
No.
fine.
Yeah.
Because
It's
that's was it
not an
third
ability
level
check.
exhaustion.
We're all just watching Jerry presumably go through some pretty intense psychological trauma, right?
Yeah.
We're all just kind of chilling other side of the room, like, you do you, buddy.
Okay, so here's the fun thing. Every failed wisdom save is a shadow point.
Oh well, I just have to roll 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So that's
Surprisingly good rolls.
yeah,
Not
that's
bad. If he's
2
pretty
shadow
wise.
points.
3 shadow points.
2 shadow points. No, not
2 shadow points. Not bad.
How many are you
Not
now
bad.
on?
3.
What does this mean?
It's not a problem until it exceeds your. What's the
It's your
thing?
wisdom score, I think. Not your
Yeah,
modifier.
okay.
I think we checked.
Oh, that's even better then. That's fine.
Yeah,
Phew.
I wasn't sure if it was proficiency bonus, but I couldn't remember what it was called. But yeah, wisdom score seems to make more sense. Cool. Who wants to try and copy down some stuff next?
I will come and help Mr. Jerry. I don't have a pipe to roll as Jerry did.
Jerry somehow found a beanbag from nowhere and it's just monged out on that.
Ian Nachos.
What do I
Just
need to
eating some
roll?
Dorito.
It's law or shadow law, whichever flavor is good for you.
I'll go with. They're exactly the same. So Shadow Law,
Damn, I should have
Followed
rolled.
by a wisdom save.
followed by a Wisdom save.
Very nice.
Did I pass
All
that?
good? Yep.
And I can just keep going?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's a shadow point.
Okay.
But you're still good to continue.
Okay.
That's a shadow point, but you're still good to continue.
How many shadow points can you get before you like die?
Once it goes past
it's-
your wisdom score, that's the issue.
Wisdom modifier or?
Or
Score.
Oh, okay,
I think
cool.
when we
Alright, I
checked,
got.
it was 4.
Okay, I got loads then. I was very worried. for a
Yeah.
moment.
Please don't let me have got this far without having to figure out how shadow works.
How's
That's
that?
another.
Okay, all right. I'm up to 4 now, so this is good. Oof. Is that another one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm at 5 shadow points. I'm probably gonna join Jerry on the beanbag for safety. Did I get any useful info? I didn't feel like my shadow law rolls were particularly great with disadvantage. They're pretty awful. I believe a 12 is the highest I got.
Yeah, I'd sort of forgotten about the disadvantage. I'll be honest. So I'm just gonna ignore it.
Okay then.
You can make these ones are just
Well, I'm still going to join Jerry on the beanbag
yeah.
at this point and go.
That's
Where
fair.
did
And
you
I've
get
already
this
I've already
from,
tallied
bro?
up your successes. So
Okay, fair enough then.
I think there's enough pipe smoke in the room that everyone can be rolling flat.
Everyone close the windows.
And everybody's on a beanbag.
This room doesn't have windows.
Oh no, guys! Have we just hotboxed an orc there?
yes.
Nice. All right, I'm passed out. All yours.
I have like no points in Shadow Law, so. Or
Same,
not,
I still
none.
went for it.
Let's start.
And I have a -1. Sorry, -1 in Shadow Law, -1 in Law.
Yeah, you might still hit critical successes.
Let's do it. Okay. I'm gonna
Risk the shadow.
head over there. I'm gonna like sit down on the beanbag. All right. So let's do Shadow Law. Wisdom save.
So that's 1 shadow point.
Oh no! Oh no! No!
That's
No!
1 shadow point.
Oh yeah, here it is. When a player hero's shadow point total exceeds their wisdom score, they have been made miserable, as their spirit is weakened by too much grief, sorrow, and dark experiences. So, we're all good for now.
Okay. Well, that's reassuring.
I will not be partaking in this game of chance because my wisdom modifier is 0.
Same. Yeah, I also made a similarly silly decision, but here we are. We live with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh,
I'm
so does that mean
grump-
Yorick is now miserable?
I'm grumpy enough as it is.
Yep, that's another shadow point. Sorry.
Stop where you're ahead, buddy.
Hey!
Yeah. Well, you passed the wisdom save.
1 nat 20. Nope. Nope.
Yeah, so that's 4 shadow points.
Yep. And I learned, I assume, nothing.
I wouldn't say nothing. You learnt that you don't know much about Shadow Law.
Excellent.
Any more takers?
Yeah. Galmod, Digby have a go.
Digby will tell Galmod that he's having a go.
Yeah, and Galmod's having a go too.
Oh,
Shadow Law.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Wisdom saving throw. Yeah. Wisdom, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That's a shadow point.
Shadow Law. Ooh. Ooh.
That's a shadow point. Another shadow point. To be fair, I didn't actually read this bit of the module. Uh-oh.
How many is that? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more.
Yep, that's 5 shadow points.
5 shadow points. Nice. I now have 8 shadow points.
That's a lot of shadow points. I
Yeah.
think you might be miserable. And we'll work out what that means in a minute because I don't think you're the only one.
so I guess I'm rolling Shadow Law then.
Galmod was only instructed to have a go, so you can just do 1 if you would like.
Is that a fail?
Yes. But everyone's rolling flat, so it's only not a crit fail.
Alright, so wisdom save after that?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, I'm already miserable, that's enough, I'll stop.
Galmod's got has got better chances than Digby had.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm negative.
Yeah.
I guess Jasper, are you having a go or?
No, I'm going to remain unmiserable.
Ooh.
Weak.
Happiness is for the weak.
Smart move, but also boo.
Cool. Well, before we figure out what miserable means, as you finish the rubbings and recovering from the hotboxing, you hear sound from downstairs. It sounds like someone coming home and finding that some of their treasure has been pilfered. And
Uh-oh.
It's the three bears.
3 summon.
Gonna be really sad when Baby Bear finds out his parents are sleeping in different beds.
Who's been bouncing on my bed?
Oh, that'd be Jasper.
Yeah.
He threw up on it as well.
It smells of burglars.
Oh my god, he did.
That would be
What
the
a
most
bastard.
disconcerting thing ever to find
He's
Jasper
been thrown up in my
in your
bed.
house. In the bed.
Oh no.
Right, but as far as story bits go, we'll deal with that whole thing next time.
We'll deal with the consequences of our actions next week.
Yeah. I'll never deal with the
Yeah.
consequences of my actions.
You'll deal with them, but you just want to accept that that's what you're dealing with.
Yeah,
Because there'll be the consequences of someone else's actions. You'll blame somebody else.
yeah, and don't forget also by next time you will have your swanky dwarven armor and weapons
Sick.
that you currently technically have, but we don't know what stats they have yet.
Sick.
Dope.
But
Awesome.
now I'm just going to try and figure out what